Good to see you, Don.
John, good to see you. Thank you for sitting down with me.
Absolutely.
I'm excited to hear what you have to say. I think that you have a unique perspective. All agents have unique perspectives in real estate.
Yeah.
But you're someone who, you're dually licensed, so you work in Oregon, you
Correct.
work in Washington.
Yes.
I looked this up. You might not know, but you've sold a house in both states every single year dating back to 2019.
Yeah, and I think that's when I got licensed in Washington, was 2019. But I've been licensed in Oregon since 1984.
Gotcha.
42 years.
Okay.
So a long time.
So you were doing it in Oregon.
Do it in Oregon.
What made you get your Washington license?
Well, I met my current wife, and we moved to Washington. She lived here in Vancouver. So I decided, well, we bought a together house on Hayden Island. And she is a nurse in Washington, here in Vancouver. And the taxes we're paying were a lot to live in Oregon.
Yep.
So we moved over here, decided that was the best move. I could sell both in Vancouver and Portland. So it worked out great. Nice, easy switch. And I'm glad I did it because I like Vancouver, parts of Vancouver a lot. So it was primarily the move for both of us, to make it easier for her.
What's the transition like? I mean, this dates it back, 7 or 8 years, but is real estate in Washington the same as Oregon? Or there's different forms?
The forms are completely different. Vancouver, the Washington area, has more of an a la carte type form, where Oregon is more boilerplate, one document to do it. Well, there are many documents, but not quite a la carte like Vancouver is here.
Yeah.
I like the Vancouver forms, the a la carte forms. It seems easier, more specific driven than the Oregon form is. But the Oregon form I can fill out a lot faster. It's a lot easier.
The Oregon agents I talk to hate Washington, and Washington
Yeah.
agents I talk to, they hate the Oregon form. So I think it's just, what you're used to.
Well, and the hardest thing for me, 42 years in Oregon, I know that form like the back of my hand. And the Vancouver forms were all completely new. So, timelines are different in Oregon versus Washington. So learning the difference between the two states was a little tricky at first, but it's gradually gotten a lot easier.
So tell me this. Facebook, you don't use it for real estate. Instagram, you don't use it for real estate. Are you on TikTok?
Never.
Do you use
I don't-
LinkedIn for real estate?
No, don't even know what Instagram, how to get on it.
And yet you sell a house every single year in Washington, every single year in Oregon,
Yep.
network with people, and have great success.
It's all about clientele and past referrals. I've been up on roofs for clients, cleaning them, cleaning gutters. I've helped people move. I'm the full service realtor. So I go above and beyond, and people love that, and they refer their friends and family to me. So that's how right now I get on my business. Back in the 90s, I went door to door with flyers, and I'd be out passing them out in a specific farm neighborhood, and I might be 4 hours doing that, and I'd get home, and by the time I got home, I'd probably have 4 calls saying, hey, I want my free market analysis. I don't do that today. It's all client referrals for me. So
It's a better spot to be in.
it's a better spot. It's better than door knocking and doing all that stuff. And
You still go out and walk 4 hours though, right?
oh, I'm going to be running hood to coast. I ran my last marathon, my 41st marathon 2 years ago, and I want to do another one. But family member got sick, and I had to take care of him. So
I was referring to golfing, the 4 hour walk.
oh, the golf, yeah. Yeah, I thought you were talking about when I was going out and passing out flyers back
Marathons
together.
are good too. That's
Yeah.
healthy for you.
Yeah, no, I love golf. Golf's a nice relaxation.
So what do you tell, so you get a referral, say it's somebody who's interested in buying a home, first time buyer, or they're not really sure, kind of lukewarm. What's one thing that you make sure to convey to them, either about yourself or just the process right up front?
Yeah, the one thing you have to convey to them is you're working for them. You're representing them. You got to make them feel comfortable that you're looking out for their best interest. And I can't tell you how many times I've shown a home to somebody and they were kind of lukewarm with it. And I said, I don't think this is a house for you. I think we need to keep looking because of this or this. And I know more than a lot of people do. In fact, I probably know Portland better than most realtors do because I've been doing it so long. So certain areas, and I'm not a home inspector, but I can tell, a lot of things about a house. I've just done enough inspections to learn a lot about houses. So
knowing that you're in their court is important.
Absolutely, yeah. So, and I'm pretty easygoing. I'm not a pushy, I'm going to call you 4 times a day realtor. So I think that comforts people, just knowing that I'm not the salesman, the used car salesman type agent.
What about sellers when they think, we might be interested in listing in the next 6 to 9 months, we might be moving out of state or transitioning in life? What's the first thing that you convey to them, not about yourself, but about the process that, they haven't sold a home in 10 years. What do you want them to know?
Right. Well, first thing, market conditions. They need to know we're in a little different market than we were back in 21, 22, which were my personal best years in real estate, the COVID times. I made more sales in those 2 years than I have in my, per year than I had in my career. So that was a market where you put your house on the market, it's sold in 3 days, and a buyer will forego any repairs. And it's just not like that today. In fact, of the 4 sales I've done in the last 2 months, 3 of the 4 required extensive repairs and price negotiations, after price concessions, seller concessions. So you got to prep the seller for that as well. Let them know market conditions, and a lot of it's territorial, which areas are better than others. And the condo market isn't quite as strong as the housing or single family residential market. So just kind of coach them on all that stuff, and let them know that, the house is going to sell. It's just price point, and so just the best job you can do to prepare them for the market and what is expected of them, and what I will do for them. And I think putting out a marketing plan for them, which is, my plans are relatively verbal to them. I don't have a written, here's what I do, everything, but I spell out what I do, the important things to do, and just keep things realistic.
So expectations, framing their expectations for
Absolutely.
Because we hear things, sellers, they look on Zillow, they look on Redfin, they look at the high watermark and go, oh, my house is worth this 2 years ago. Like, it's got to be worth more. It's been 2 years. John will sell it for more. But that's not always the case, I'm hearing.
Yeah, Zillow and Redfin, if you did the RPR for the realtor's website, the Zillow and the Redfin, you're going to get 3 completely different numbers for what your house is worth. So that's just, and Zillow doesn't go in your home every year to see the condition of it. So they do their models, and they work good in certain neighborhoods where everything is the same. But it doesn't work good for most neighborhoods.
You say you got licensed in 1984?
End of 84, yes.
That's 40 years.
I know, over 40 years.
That's 4 decades. Okay.
Yeah.
What has kept you in the business?
I love helping people get into houses. I started out, I knew I was going to become a realtor at 16. I was a part-time tennis pro. I was one of the better tennis players in the area here.
Okay.
And I joined East Marlin Racket Club, and they hired me on to teach the younger kids. And one of the fathers of one of the better younger kids hired me to coach his son privately. And he was a realtor. And so he'd have me do some odd jobs on some of the houses he had.
Really?
And I said, you know what? I want to do this. I want to be a realtor. So at 16, I knew what I was going to do. So I went to college knowing that's what I was going to do, but to grow up. And then I started selling at 22 years old.
No kidding. Okay. So you've seen the market change a bunch.
Oh, absolutely.
The tactics have changed.
Right.
How you get business, how you're successful. What hasn't changed in business?
I think from day one, the relationships I have with my clients, they're my friends. When I was a member of the tennis club, I played tennis with them. If somebody called me to play tennis, I'd go do it because I knew it was potential future business.
Yeah.
So everybody that I work with from day one till today is like a personal friend. Most people, it's rare that I don't keep in contact with, most of the clients. I just do. And it's tougher being married because I have responsibilities at home too. But it used to be, somebody called me, let's go do something. We did it.
You're off.
I was off. And that's how I just established my business. It's just, long clientele. I don't use AI. I barely know what AI stands for. It's just a good old fashioned model.
Yeah.
And so it's just, and keeping in touch with them. I think that's important too. So I'll get, every once in a while, I'll just get on the phone and I'll spend several hours just calling people. How you doing? Anything, need anything. Do you know anybody that wants to buy or sell a house?
Is there anything that you wish you knew 10, 20, 30 years ago that you know now that would have made the way you do real estate different?
20 years ago, we pretty much, realtors represented the seller back in those days. And I liked it better back in the old days because realtors kind of worked together. And today it seems more, and some companies are better than others, but it seems like it's, I'm an attorney, I'm going to represent my client, I'm going to try to do my best for client and do the worst for you. Sometimes there's that, I don't care for that type of, it just seems like we could all work better together. But it is what it is, and I understand representation, you're trying to do the best for your client, but the whole market's changed and the way we do our business has changed a lot.
Interesting. So you feel like it used to be a little more collaborative, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. It used to be, definitely.
What do you think agents misunderstand about building a sustainable business like that?
I think a lot of people look at the dollar number and how much they can make and what do I do to make money. I do so much that I don't get paid for.
Yeah.
And that's just my business model is you just do a lot of things that along the way will come to future income. I think a lot of the younger agents might think, well, I'm just focusing on the dollar.
Yeah.
And that's a different mentality than what I have.
This isn't a job. It's not a job you can get into and tie an hourly rate or a number. One thing I like to say, actually, I know this interview isn't about me, but
No.
I've never sold a property in which I got paid a fair amount for doing so. I always am underpaid or overpaid.
Absolutely.
There are tough deals you go through. You spend 50 hours, you tear your hair out, regret it, wish you never took the listing, wish you never met the buyer. But then on the flip side, you get a phone call sometimes that says, my cousin needs to buy a house. They found it. They love it. Can you help them write the offer? We trust nobody but you.
Yeah.
And that's when you kind of get, overpaid, if you will.
Absolutely. I've got an example. A client just called me this last week and she says, John, I bought my townhouse through you in Tigard 24 years ago and I still have your business card.
That's great.
I'm laughing. It's like, wow. So that relationship, that's amazing that somebody's kept my card for 24 years. I'm going to go over, I'm going to list her townhouse. I'm not going to make a lot of money on this deal. And it's going to be a long distance driving to and fro, and she'll be an out-of-towner, so I'll be blowing off her yard debris, or tree debris, I should say, off her deck. And it's a messy little area. But the pleasure of knowing somebody's kept my card for 24 years, that's amazing.
You will get value out of that. You will, that will feel good. That's one that will fill your bucket.
Absolutely.
Just knowing this lady called me because she knows she can trust me because of an experience I gave her 2.5 decades ago.
Right.
A lot of times the lower priced ones or ones that you don't make money on, for me, are the more rewarding ones because you work with someone who never believed they could have afforded a home.
Right.
Or they trust you so much and they do not trust anyone else for some reason.
Yeah.
Those are rewarding.
Absolutely.
So.
And, I'm at the age where I'm closer to retirement than a 30-year-old real estate agent is. So, I'm definitely not money-driven focused that way. It's all about helping the clients.
I hear real estate is a business that you never need to retire from.
You don't. In fact, I'm 64. I'll probably have a license at 70 and just keep doing it. I don't want to become real inactive. I like the social aspect of it too.
Yeah.
It keeps me busy.
What have you intentionally chosen not to do?
I'll tell you what I do. There are a lot of, I'm not an expert in land, or if I'm not comfortable with something, I'm going to refer it out to another agent. That's one thing I love about Realty ONE Group. When I came here, was it seemed like I got referrals coming in from other agents within the company, and then for me, if I'm not familiar with something or not comfortable knowing the market value of a particular commercial property, I wouldn't even know what to do. So I would refer all that stuff out. Yeah. So I think that's important. You shouldn't overstep and do what you're comfortable with, but don't do something that I can find an agent within the company easily for no matter what part of the town it is. If I need help, I'll just have somebody co-list it with me, or just give them the referral or receive a referral fee.
Gotcha.
From them. So I again, if I'm not comfortable with something, I'm not going to do it.
So the lesson there, I think, is knowing when to say no.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
You said ROG, so you came to Realty ONE Group Prestige. What was it, 4 years ago?
It's been longer than that.
5 years, 2021?
I think, yeah, that must have been when it was 21.
Give or take?
Yeah.
And you mentioned relationships and friendships. That's how you get your business. Is there a person who got you interested in Realty ONE Group Prestige?
You know, Marcus, actually. He was the one person that, it was funny because I was needing continuing education at the time when I met Marcus, and he helped me out a lot. And, you know, it took a while and several phone calls from him to say, are you signing over to our company? And it took a little while, but Marcus is great coming over here. And he was the one person that I sat down and talked with. And
Gotcha.
there wasn't any agent in particular that I had known. I needed a company that served both Vancouver and the Portland metro area.
Okay.
And I wasn't an agent I was with a company that their corporate office was in Parsippany, New Jersey. And I like to keep things local.
Yeah.
Now, Realty One has, franchises all over the place, but Marcus being a local boy here, I really appreciated that. And,
why did you need a place that was licensed in both Oregon and Washington? How did that benefit your business, I guess?
I was with a company that didn't have an office in Oregon, in Washington, in Vancouver here. And because I moved over here, it was important to be able to serve both sides of the river.
Gotcha.
So, Realty ONE Group did, and their office was close to my home, actually, which made it really nice. So, easy transition. And the commission structure for this company, monthly fees, is great. I mean, that's another reason to come to Realty ONE Group is lower desk fees.
Okay. How did the change work in your case? Because a lot of agents are petrified of change. What was it like?
It was a really easy transition, actually. The staff here was fantastic in helping me get settled. And it's a terribly, from business cards to signs to, policies, it's all very, it's scary.
Yeah.
And it's never fun. It takes time to adjust. But this company's been great for that. The support's been unbelievable. Amberly, amazing woman, she could run her own real estate company. She's helped me out so much over the past.
Can you think of a story or specific example when you were in a bind and needed help and she was there, or how she's been a resource to you?
Well, just even back when I was primarily Oregon, she could answer any question. She was amazing that way. And just help. She, if I needed certain resources, she'd be, whether it was, here's where you get your signs, or here's where you get certain forms, or whatever. And she is not a manager, but she knows a lot.
Yeah.
She knows a heck of a lot.
All the one-offs that you have in real estate.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We've tried to, most realtors, like yourself, I would say, never need leadership, don't need help, don't need support, don't need to talk to the staff. But then every 3 months or 6 months, or whenever it is, they need help, and they need it then.
Yes.
When you need it, you need it. It's a Thursday night at 8 p.m. It's Saturday morning, inspection period stuff. And so that's why I think we try to have a wide bullpen of both, staff, principal brokers, managing brokers, office management, but then also like just the ecosystem of agents. Like sometimes if you don't get someone, you're close enough with the number of agents that you can ping them and say, hey, like, have you been in this situation? What would you do?
Absolutely. And even the most experienced agents need help.
Yeah.
We do. And, I remember my first year in real estate, I needed help on every transaction I did. And it was a learning curve. Now with many transactions, probably well over 500 transactions under my belt, there's still that time where you get nervous about certain things if you haven't dealt with it. And to call up Greg or you or anybody within the company, it's great to have that extra support.
What do you think younger agents overlook about relationships in the business?
Well, again, just from my experience, a lot of them seem to be more money driven. They think I'm going to get into real estate because I can make a lot of money. It's easy. and I really think, if you can find, for me, the key to real estate is to get some kind of system, whether you belong to a church, a tennis club like I did, some kind of organization. That referral business is just incredible how you can work it. Again, the AI above my head. Yeah. So, and they're great at it. The younger kids are great at it. Yeah. How my grandson, who's 6, knows more about his iPhone than I probably do. But I just think they need to focus on how are they going to get their future business. And I don't know, I'm easygoing, so I like that easygoing, personality type. And it seems like some are pretty aggressive. And again, in this market, sometimes you have to be pretty aggressive to get your client what they need. But for the most part, I just think staying loyal to your friends, keeping in contact with people, finding some kind of sphere that you can work with is the key to successful real estate.
So you talked about referrals a little in that relationship building.
Yeah.
And you're dual licensed in both Oregon and Washington. How has Realty ONE Group Prestige, we're the largest Realty ONE Group that is dual licensed in Oregon and Washington. So how has being dual licensed facilitated referrals and helped your business and aided that?
Yeah, like I say, when I first came to the Vancouver office, I think I had 4 referrals from within the company, and it was great. And
that's real money.
Absolutely, yes. And and then there was an agent who used to work here and then retired, and she gave me, and she still does. I'm getting one in a couple of months here. Another referral. So, that working with agents within the company is fantastic. And I think if you can do something for them, something will come to you as well. So,
what if you had to guess? It sounds like a lot. Is there a percentage of business you think that comes from referrals within Prestige's network?
Yeah, it's probably. I'm trying to think in the last few years. It's probably, I'd say 20%, and then the rest of it will be past clients from myself. Yeah. So, but it's a great resource, absolutely.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So if it's too far out, you just don't go.
Right.
Someplace.
Yeah. Well, and if I don't know the Hillsborough area as well as someone on the Beaverton office would know it. So I would either co-list or just refer it to them.
What would you recommend for an agent who's considering getting dual licensed?
I think the hardest thing to do is to just know the 2 differences in the states, and the forms. Once you get licensed, you pass the test. That doesn't mean anything. There is so much more to real estate 101 from school than there is in real life of it. Yeah. So I think, if you're new, I think it's probably a good idea to co-list some of your properties with other agents just to learn the forms, because they are different. There's definitely differences in timelines and all that within the differences of states. But, if you need help, get it. Don't be greedy and want 100% of everything. Yeah. Share the wealth a little bit and it will come back to you. Absolutely will.
It has for you with referrals.
Yes.
You're getting those because people don't trust you and know you. There's obviously over 100 agents in Prestige, but you've got to be someone who they can trust in order to send you their valuable lead.
Absolutely, yeah.
How do you think, if there's a way, being able to serve clients in both states has strengthened your business?
I would say, as far as serving both states, I think some things with the Washington forms are better than the Oregon forms and vice versa. But being able to use the knowledge of one state versus the other can actually help, prep people for buying, selling. It's not a one-way street. It's 2 ways you can do things. And I like I say earlier, I I prefer some of the Washington forms versus the Oregon, and I can kind of incorporate a Washington form into an Oregon form.
Yeah.
You know, just using addendums. Yeah, creatively.
You have more depth of experience.
Absolutely.
So, like, if we do this that way in a different state, I can manipulate things here.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that makes sense. Okay, tell me about a client relationship that you'll never forget.
I have a client. Oh boy. She called me. I met her on a plane going to Maui, and we just started talking. And she was renting a place and needed to buy a condo, so I sold her a condo, and then we sold that condo, got her into a house, and then she sold that house, and we got her in another condo, so she's moved 3 times, and she calls me for all kinds of advice, whether it be real estate, love life, or whatever.
Okay.
She's kind of a unique individual, let's put it that way. Not forgettable. And sometimes she may have a little bit too much to drink and call and just want to chat. And it drives my wife crazy because she's like, why is she calling you? And but she's been a great client. She just called me the other day and said, will you take care of my latest real estate transaction? So it'll be the 4th one.
Very cool.
And that's only within 10 years. So she's moved a lot.
So you got 4 transactions because you said the right things on an airplane to Hawaii.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, it worked out great.
Paid for the Hawaii trip.
It did. Now, have I done a whole lot for her? Yes, I have. But it's paid off, absolutely.
And that's why she keeps continuing to work with you, because you go the extra mile, do these extra things.
Yep.
Walk her dog, whatever it is.
Yep.
Tell me about a transaction that taught you a major lesson.
So about 3 years ago, I sold a house off Mill Plain here, and it was to a young client. They were young 30s, I would say, and there were some major repairs on the house that needed to be done from the home inspection, determined from the home inspection. But they decided to buy the house anyway, and I promised them to help out a little bit. And again, I was twice their age at the time, and I got up on the roof and cleaned the roof, cleaned the gutters, and twisted an ankle up on the roof. And I'm too old to do this. I'm not going to do that anymore. I would rather hire somebody and have it done than do that, because it's in my mid 60s now. It's beyond time I got to retire from that. I kind of tended to do a little too much, and so now I won't be doing that anymore. No more roofs.
Place of service, wanting to.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can do this for him. I can help him out. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's good to.
Well, and I felt bad because the home inspection revealed certain things, but then when they got in the house, they found a few more things that the home inspector didn't find. And so there was a little bit of guilt. It's not my fault. I didn't do the home inspection, but I felt bad. So I tried to help them out a little bit. And today I'm just at the age where I just can't do that anymore.
You're smart enough to know. That's not a thing. Tell me about a time someone helped you professionally.
Well, real recently, within the last couple of years, Greg Pace stepped up. I had my father in the hospital, and I was listing their house, and he just went so far above and beyond to help me. I mean, I couldn't have done it without him, because it was a real stressful time. We didn't think my father was going to live. So Greg helped me with the listing, helped me with the photos, just throughout the whole process. And when you're stressed out like I was at the time, your brain doesn't function real well. And Greg was there every step of the way for me, and I'll never forget that. I owe Greg a lot for his help. And Greg's the type of guy that he just loves helping other agents. Yeah. He loves answering questions. If he can perform any, extra service for them, he does it. He steps up. And so Greg's probably one of the greatest brokers I've worked with. He's just a super stand-up guy. So that was kind of the most thing that stood out recently is I needed a lot of help. Yeah. And Greg was there.
And that comes with him, I think, from a place of wanting to help. Like, he's a total service-minded person.
He does.
Yeah, you must get back from doing that and being there.
He does. I've talked to him. I mean, Greg's a personal friend, so I know that for a fact.
What do you think separates successful agents from struggling agents?
Focus. I think you got to focus on what's going to get you. I know there are agents that, they will do, I guess it's tough because I see so many younger people doing things that I don't know it's getting them places. So I think the focus on how to get the business and the best way to do it. Sometimes I think, and this is coming from perspective from an older person, but sometimes I think we get on social media too much and do too.
I know we do.
And it just drives me crazy because I'll see certain agents hopping up and down and doing all this rah-rah stuff, and again, that's not my style.
Yeah.
But maybe too much focus on that. Sure, social media can be helpful. It can be, but I think some of the younger agents do too much of that, and not focusing on the personal relationships that you can form to create business.
What about beliefs? Are there beliefs that you think some agents have that hold them back in business?
For the newer agents, it's confidence. You need the confidence to do that. I really believe that if you're not familiar with the forms, how to do transactions, how to help clients, I think that hurts a lot. I've bought 16 homes in my lifetime, and every time I feel like you learn a little bit more. And I remember I sold houses before I owned one.
Yeah.
And it was hard to do. What's that process? And so I think the more experience you have with buying and selling, maybe for your own self, can help you help others.
And then for an agent who doesn't have the reps and the experience, you think co-listing, shadowing?
I think that's so key. And I wish more people would do that instead of be driven on, I want 100% of it.
Yeah. Exciting to think I want 100% of it, but it's short-sighted.
It is short-sighted because it's a long term. If you're young and in this business, it's going to be a long career. Yeah. So you'll make a lot more money helping getting some help in education than trying to do it yourself.
Tell me this, what's the best investment that you've made in your business?
Best investment?
Or do you make many investments in your business?
I tell you, I once sold a house to a friend, a tennis club member friend, and they just had a baby, and I gave them a $250 gift certificate to Babies R Us, back when Babies R Us was around. And they had referred me to, I want to say 5 other clients throughout the years. I think taking care of people that refer people to you is really important. So I invest in that. So if somebody refers something to me, I'm gonna take care of them.
That's a huge closing gift, especially back when you sold
that.
Yeah,
right. It was. And so every time I get a referral, I just had a great referral for myself, actually. I'm looking for, my wife and I are we've sold our house, and we are now looking for a condo.
Gotcha.
And a lady within a condominium development that my wife used to live in, she gave me a lead. We went and talked to her. She's the president of the HOA. And we said, we want to be back in here. She gave me a referral 3 days ago and said, these people are moving. Do you want me to go talk to them? I said, yeah, great. So she had the owner call me, and we're going to go look at their house, their condo next week. And so I just threw her a little $50 Wildfin gift certificate for thinking of me. So little things like that, whether it's you refer a client to me or in this case, hopefully our potential next house, I try to take care of people.
So it sounds like you think going above and beyond with closing gifts specifically pays you back.
It's huge. Absolutely huge. Yes, it is.
That's another thing that, when you're short-sighted and think about it, you're like, I just got paid. I don't want to give this person, more than a $25 Starbucks card or this or that, but it's something that it sounds like
you can only write off $25, but yeah, it's just
years later.
Yeah. And I'm sure she will call me when she knows another neighbor, being the president of the HOA, when they're thinking about selling, and I'll give her another little client gift.
There you go.
A referral gift. Yeah.
What's one piece of advice every single agent should hear?
Take care of your clients. Represent them well. That's what you're being paid to do. And you just got to show care for them. Let them know you're on their team. And I think that, I know kind of with a more low-key personality like mine, it comes across pretty well for most individuals. Yeah. And but just letting them know you're on their side and there to take care of them. And I get calls that, and maybe I should set some limits, but I'll get a text at 6:30 in the morning, or I'll get a call at 10 at night, and I answer the phone. I just do.
If it doesn't bug you, it doesn't bug you.
Yeah. Yeah. I take my computer to Hawaii when I go on vacation. So it's just part of me, because I feel like if I go buy a car, it's completely different. That salesman, you're never going to talk to them again.
Yeah.
And they're out there to serve the dealership. I'm out there to serve the real estate client, help them make sure they're making a good investment, because it's important to me. I'm going to resell it somewhere down the road for them, and I want to have done them right.
Yeah, I like that. What is something that you believe that a lot of agents would disagree with?
With the way I do business, you mean?
Yeah, sure.
Probably they feel like, maybe I'm too old school and not the AI generated. I prefer phone calls. The younger generation doesn't. They want to text. I've done transactions where used to be, you met the agents, you talk to them on the phone all the time. Today, it's not like that at all. I've done transactions where text was the only communication, text and email, the only communication, no phone calls. And so the younger agents that's the way they want to communicate. And I don't. I like face-to-face, or I like phone calls, because text can be, you never know whether they're saying that with a smiley face or a frowny face. You just can't read into what they're saying sometimes. So
it's lost in translation.
Absolutely, yeah.
And this business is communication. I mean, we know that even younger agents, they understand. They say that.
Yeah.
That it's all about communication, but then when your actions are to text instead of call, or to communicate via email versus show up, that sends it's not aligned.
Right. Yeah.
What's a question I haven't asked you that people should know?
What are my hobbies? How do I get my referral business? I'm a tennis player. Love tennis. I golf. I love golfing. I've run 41 marathons. So I've got my runner friends, my tennis friends, my golf friends. Been doing it for 42 years, and it's my style I've used all my life. Just the low key, service your client, take care of them, and so I think, and my clients know that. Like I say, most of them are friends as well, so it makes it easier that way.
So there is a successful route in the real estate industry to taking care of your clients, networking in your social circles,
Yep.
Following up, doing good by them. That can lead to success. You don't need to do anything fancy.
You don't. Old school.
You're a testament to it.
I try to be.
What's your phone number in case people do want to get a hold of you?
My phone number is 503-964-7601.
Okay. And are you open to working with buyers and sellers?
Absolutely. That's what I do.
Washington and Oregon?
Washington, Oregon.
And if an agent hears this and they want to learn more about Realty ONE Group, or hear about your transition, or hear about how you do business, can they reach out to you?
They will. I'll take them to lunch.
There you go.
Absolutely, yeah.
What else? What have we not discussed? Either real estate wise, business wise?
And we hit on it a little earlier, but just the fact that Realty ONE Group has such a great support staff. I mean, it's tremendous. The commission structure is great. It's a huge reason to be here, along with the support that you get. And the location of the two offices is great right here. So Oregon, Washington.
What does the commission split allow you to do in your business?
Not focus on little things. When I was with Brand X, you paid everything from a coffee fee to a copier fee. So there's none of that. This is a much better system. You pay your monthly desk fee, and you have your transaction fee, which is, I think is probably one of the better in the whole region, and a huge reason to be here. Support and the fees are great.
Gotcha.
So,
talked a little about support. How has the support helped grow your business, or just keep you out of trouble when you have?
Oh no, it's absolutely it keeps you out of trouble for sure. But it definitely grows your business. And there have been agents in the company, like I say, that have not felt comfortable in certain situations and have asked me to come in and help, and it's definitely grown my business.
You're relatively local. What about agents in Longview, Kalama, Chehalis, areas that they maybe want to make a move, but they're concerned that they aren't local to the office, and that will make a difference? What does that look like?
I know another agent within the company who she lives in Vancouver, but she works out of the Longview office.
Okay.
And she's very happy doing that. She preferred that the agents over there to the Vancouver office here. She loves that office. And I think, if somebody's in Longview and they want to do business over here, if they're doing primarily their business in Longview, they should probably be in a Longview office. But if they're doing a lot of business in Vancouver, they need to come over here. They need to come. Don's meetings are great. Having a meeting every Monday, the things we can learn, and the networking within the office. So I think, and like I say, Don's been stand up on supporting all the agents that way. So if you're in Longview and you want to come here to Vancouver, it may be a little commute, but come do it because we're happy here. We've got a great support system.
So you're still showing up to meetings every Monday, but you've been in the business 40 years. What gives? Are you learning?
You always learn. Things change all the time. In fact, we just got new forms. Well, we get new forms pretty much every year, both sides of the river. You get forms changes. Now our law of agency forms over here in Washington have just changed. So you need to keep up on that. And Don's just primary reason to come to sales meetings.
How have attending the weekly meetings increased and improved your rate of consuming how the industry is changing?
Well, number one, back in the old days, we used to do what we called property tour, and we'd get in a car and we all go look at all the new listings and whatnot. We don't do that today. Part of the reason was back when the market started to change was listings would sell pretty quick, which much quicker than they do in today's market. But just having that communication, haves and wants. We always talk about haves and wants. What does somebody need? What are they listing? What do they need for their buyers? I think it's important interaction to do. And you can do that online, and a lot of agents do. I prefer to do it in person.
Yeah,
I really do. So I think being amongst other agents in person kind of creates excitement and energy versus staying home on your computer.
Do you use a transaction coordinator?
I do.
Okay. Who do you use?
I use Stephanie Myers.
Okay. So
with a company. With Realty ONE Group.
Yeah.
And it's a fee that I don't mind paying because she helps out so much. It just makes my life much easier. And then I can focus on business.
Have you always used the TC?
Pretty much, yeah. Since I've been with Realty ONE Group, absolutely, yeah.
And that does what I kind of interrupted you. You're about to say it helps you.
It just helps me focus on getting more business, and she takes care of all the dotting the I's and crossing the T's for me, making sure I'm in line, staying in line.
Will you ever go back to not using the TC?
No. TCs are, it's worth every penny. It really is. I know newer agents are required to use them. I think, is that correct? But I'll always use them. It just it's worth it to me.
You to stay in your lane.
Yeah, absolutely. Gotcha. Yeah, and having somebody else looking over your paperwork for you.
Yeah, the second set of eyes. I mean, as good as you can be, as perfect as you can be, as much as you can know, you can make a spelling error. You can check the wrong box.
Yep.
That to me is the value of having. It adds a layer of compliance. It adds a layer of accountability to you, I think.
Sure. And just having that initial timeline of inspection deadlines and all that spelled out, not only to myself, but to the other realtor, is great.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest perks I like about that.
Okay, so working with the TC, call, text, email.
I do all of them.
Okay.
I just called Stephanie the other day, talked to her, and she's always answering the phone, so she's wonderful to work with. I'll do all three, but I'll probably call more than the majority of agents.
Could you juggle as much business as you did if you didn't have a TC?
No, there's absolutely no way. It's if you're really busy, you can't do everything. You just can't, and have a life. So, and that's one thing I think is real important is you've got to make time for yourself as well. When times get really busy, you get burned out. You get really burned out. So to be able to go out and golf 9 holes or go for a morning run is important.
Yeah.
For your mental health, and just to have that extra support is fantastic.
Awesome. I think I have anything else.
Well, Don, it's great to sit down with you.
This is good. Yeah, no, I appreciate you sharing a lot of these lessons because there are agents that can, no agents alike, no business track is, there's no single business track that leads to agent success. So I think there's a lot of agents out there who can benefit from hearing your perspective and hearing, what you've been through and how you've had success.
Yeah.
So
it's not for everybody, but it works for me.
If someone is interested in getting into real estate, they're not sure. There's a lot of different personality types that work in this industry and don't. Would you encourage someone, take the plunge, or how does someone explore if the industry is right for them?
I would say tag along for a little bit. Learn, what a realtor actually does. And, I'd be happy to sit down with somebody and a new person thinking about getting into the business and showing them what we do. I mean, most people don't realize everything that we do in this business. There are a lot of extras that we actually do for our clients.
Yeah.
So to learn the business, and I think that's if you're going out for a job interview and you're going to do some production work for a factory, you probably want to go look at it before you. There's probably a lot of high turnover in a position like that, or going to work at a fast food. You don't realize the stresses of probably getting that burger out to the customer. Yeah, right. Yeah. So no, I think that's a great idea. I'd recommend that for any industry, especially real estate.
Well, I appreciate you sharing. This has been helpful.
All right. Thanks much.
Good to chat, John.
All right.